I am now truly convinced that this elf named Atu, which is one of the hero units in the Eternal Nations, a country management sim game, she is literally carrying this anime at this point. I really don't see anything that's actually great in this anime other than the gaming aspect. Everything else is pretty boring. At first I was praising it a lot for, like, having a lot of game elements and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's really just Atu and her, her cuteness, her rambunctiousness, her jealousy, all this stuff. The guy himself is just another lad who's just a beta male, doesn't know what he's doing. He's only good at one thing, which is just gaming, and that's fine. And he's one of those introverts, that just games indoors all day, masters it. And if everyone who was actually really good at gaming streamed it, they could probably make it in today's world. But it was like back in the old days where there wasn't no such thing as streaming. You would just be a nobody. You just be a really good gamer. And so that's what this guy is pretty much. Then he died. Got isekai'd into this game, and now he's able to just pretty much create his own civilization in this real world sim game. But in the end of the day, guys, it's just, I don't know, it's just so boring now. Like, I thought it was so groundbreaking. I was enjoying it so much. But then with all the talking, all the discussions on the round table, it just became, how do I say, overwhelmingly just stale. They're just talking too much. And I get it. In the beginning stages of a game, it's always going to be stale. It's always going to, like, those tutorials. And the tutorials are always the worst. Because you're navigating, hey, what does this remote control do? Or what does this do? What do I need to learn? How do I move my character? What are the settings? You're learning all the stats for every monster. What type of monster they are, militaristic, all this stuff. And of course, he's still learning about the world map. So, gaming, world building games are always gonna be this complicated. But at this point, it just feels like filler. And this is an anime. They could take a lot of this stuff and just throw it to the side. Just throw it to the side. Sure, mention it real quick, or make it, like when an anime goes on break, like on TV, because this, they do air this on TV first, guys. And there's a commercial. This is kind of like old technology. This is like boomer stuff. Where you actually have to watch a fucking commercial, but they do that in Japan. They could just show all that extra shit during that break, during that pause, during all that stuff. But no, they're over here just doing way too much of the detail aspect of the gaming side. Like, we get it. It's complicated. It can be a big ordeal, but we don't really need to see all of it. I mean, of course, I'm just rambling at this point, But I really do believe now, I am convinced that Atu, if it wasn't for Atu, this elf chick right here, this anime would be like, alright, it would be fun in the beginning, but then I'd be like, nah, man, there's just not enough substance for me. There really isn't. So if, following Iratako's death and reincarnation, it is revealed that she remembers and can recall all the time she spent together while she was a game character. So yeah, they spent time together prior to all of this right here, this isekai. Now she's a loyal follower for Takudo, who she calls my king in the new world. Instead of a hero unit, she's instead labeled as a witch. Well, that's what, okay. Notable features are her pointy elf ears, the tentacle spider legs that can't come out of her back. Her powers are tentacle whips, spider legs, which can come out from her back, able of slicing trees. What the fuck? Hold on. Able of to slice trees in half and fast enough to parry a barrage of arrows. She's also able to take the abilities and memories of people she kills. So yeah, guys, honestly, she's just carrying this show on her back. Like, yeah, not just tentacles coming out her back. She's carrying the whole damn show on her fucking shoulders.